Interrogation rooms, often portrayed in media as spaces of truth-seeking, can unfortunately become arenas where the innocent are broken. This isn't solely about the guilty, it's about the vulnerable who, despite their innocence, find themselves ensnared within a system meticulously designed to extract confessions. Regardless of their veracity, the tactics employed, while sometimes subtle and seemingly innocuous at first glance, can insidiously erode an individual's sense of reality, leading to devastating false admissions. One of the most frequently utilized and arguably damaging techniques is isolation, being completely cut off from the outside world, from the supportive presence of legal counsel, and from the solace of contact with loved ones, can generate immense and often unbearable psychological pressure. The interrogator then becomes the sole source of information and validation for the suspect, which can be incredibly disorienting and deeply destabilizing. Hours can pass, often stretching into days, with the constant and pervasive feeling of being utterly and irrevocably trapped. This enforced isolation amplifies any existing anxieties, creating an environment ripe for manipulation, and can tragically lead to a profound sense of utter hopelessness. Another equally insidious tactic often involves calculated deception. Interrogators might, with calculated precision, fabricate tangible evidence, claim that a supposed co-conspirator has already confessed and implicated the suspect, or even falsely promise leniency or a lighter sentence in exchange for a confession. These carefully constructed lies are deliberately designed to manipulate the suspect into the desperate belief that confessing is the only viable path to escape the harrowing situation, even if they possess not a shred of guilt or any actual involvement in the crime. The immense stress of being deliberately deceived, and the crippling fear of an unjust outcome can, and often does, prove overwhelming for even the most resilient individuals. Then there's the calculated use of intimidation, an often utilized tool in the interrogator's arsenal. This can manifest in a wide range of actions, from aggressive questioning and the raising of voices, often escalating to outright shouting, to the deliberate use of disconcerting physical proximity and carefully chosen, threatening body language. The primary goal of these tactics is to make the suspect feel utterly powerless and desperately afraid. This pervasive fear can, and frequently does, cloud the suspect's judgment and render them significantly more susceptible to suggestion, and ultimately, to the tragic act of providing a false confession, simply in an attempt to bring an end to the perceived threat, regardless of its basis in reality. Finally, the skillful presentation of false choices can be particularly and devastatingly effective. The interrogator may, with practiced ease, present the suspect with two seemingly contrasting options, both of which inevitably lead to the implicit or explicit admission of guilt. This is a classic example of the often used and undeniably manipulative, good cop, bad cop scenario. The suspect is cleverly led to believe that confessing to a lesser offense, or cooperating with authorities in some way, represents the best possible, or the only, desirable outcome. These disturbing techniques, though often subtle and insidious in their implementation, can, and tragically do, lead innocent people to confess to serious crimes they did not commit, effectively transforming interrogation rooms into dangerous and potentially devastating places for the wrongly accused and the undeniably vulnerable.